Are there still questions? Zijn er nog vragen? Y a-t-il encore des questions? Yes. Okay. I don't know how our former Prime Minister Jean-Luc Dehaene responded on this kind of questions. But yeah, the answer is more or less like on verra bien. We don't know yet. If we feel that there is a need, if we feel that there is a possibility, if we feel that there is a possibility in the wide sense also of the people to bring ideas together and to make a project out of different ideas, we will do it, yes. But everything depends on what you will offer us. But the entire project is, the co-creation aspect is really important. So yes, if we can put 4 different artists or designers or whatever together to finalize one specific thing, why not? But 4 of them have to give their permission to that and need to have the will to work together. But yeah. Still other questions before everyone is, yes. Yeah. Can you just 1 minute of silence, because otherwise I can't. Yes.
About the construction and realization.
Yeah.
If there are some things already decided about preparation later, about materials.
No. Everything has to be possible. But there are a few conditions. Well, no, there are a few things which are part of our reality. We want to work as much as possible, if it's possible, only with social training programs, with technical schools and things like that. So if we don't have to ask to a private company somewhere far away from Brussels with high technology kind of instruments to fabricate something which is at the end with a completely outrageous price, of course we won't select that project. So yes, we are asking for constructions which are simple without being simple, if you understand what I mean. So we are asking projects which can be very complex, but to realize them, we don't need big engineers and big, very expensive machines. That's more or less about, there is the environmental aspect. Of course, we want to, we would like to have things which are sustainable in a certain way, sustainable as well in the use of different types of material, or also in the way how things can be eventually be used afterwards. We want to demolish and to throw away as less as possible of things. So, but we're not here asking that all the wood will have a FSC label and things like that, but we want to encourage, of course, an environmental behavior, but that's quite broad. Is that, Roland? Enough? Yeah? Elise? Yeah? Okay. Was it clear? Yes. Yes?
What is the possibility of academic input? I mean, what are the possibilities for instance,
without limits. There are already some schools participating. We know that there are a few schools participating. What? I don't know whether they are participating together as a group. I know there are two groups of Universiteit Ghent who are working on a canal zone, but I don't know whether they will all work on our specific thing. But Elise, me, or Roland.
Well, I think that for this project also in search of innovation and refreshment within the disciplines and broadening disciplines and being multidisciplinary. And if there's any kind of construction where you can relate that to the education of architects or urbanists, it's an extra value. Of course, very often studios in schools have a specific time frame, so there one should have a look whether it's possible to, in the end, submit some ideas for the 15th of January. And of course, if one group of students eventually would be selected to continue in the process, that's possible too. So this kind of ideas you can bring up, of course.
Basta così? La última vez? L'ultima question. Do we need a microphone? In this phase, until January 15, I think it's quite complicated. What? No, from now until 15th of January, it's kind of complicated. Our aim is more afterwards, after the jury, to put eventually people, like I already answered, to put eventually people together. But yes, that's a very important question, or a very interesting question. All those things will need a good project management. What? No, so yes, we will invite the designers or the artists to start to discuss together with us and with the members of most of the members of the jury will become, after the jury, they become coaches. So they will have for a few days a kind of coaching task. So to coach the project. So, and the beginning of the coaching will be, of course, putting people together and trying to find a way of working together towards a definitive proposal. And yes, that's a complicated work. Of course, the artistic idea needs to be in the central area of the way how the project will evaluate or be developed to something, to a definitive plan. So everything we'll try to be as honest as possible towards the final drawings, honest with the artist and honest with, well, your ideas. Is that Roland?
Yeah, but I think there's another part of your remark that is very interesting. That is how we can already start exchanging, debating, bringing people together around some ideas in order to improve the quality of the proposal. Yeah, of course, it's clear that we didn't really set up a mechanism to do so, but I'm just in a kind of an improvisation. Why can you not try to use or misuse the Facebook platform in order to start debating before the deadline, or putting your ideas, sharing your ideas already a little bit, and trying to connect with other people? It's already happening. Good.
Fantastic. I just wanted to say the same thing. Use Facebook. I think that's probably the most easy way to create interaction.
There is a page, if that would not be clear yet. You can post things on the wall, and maybe people get in touch, like that.
These groups that are already existing can also get in touch with the group that you have created or the user group, and this can also start one of your interests to become one of yours, the jury. I don't know, because it's already happening, at least what I mean.
Good.
So it's good that it's already happening. The only thing is, on January 15, the project will be anonymous for us. So, and then afterwards we'll have to deal
for the jury. Yeah.
For the jury, it will be anonymous. So of course, if people are now start in a discussion group on Facebook and things like that, and organize meetings and start to put up things together, that would be great, of course. We can only stimulate these kind of things, I think. Yes. Normally in 1 week for the 1st of November, as you can see, the things are filmed. So the entire film, all the films will be online in 1 week, and the PowerPoint presentations will also be online in 1 week. Je pense que ça. Nog? Yes. Woo. Okay, what's the relation with the park design? Where is Petra? Petra is already gone. We don't know yet what the relation will be. What we know is we are having good contacts with Bruxelles Environnement, that there is a meeting in a few weeks with them, that we like it, that we also like the park design, the actual park design team. We didn't fix a meeting yet, but we'll have a meeting in a few weeks, or certainly before Christmas, to see how we can put agendas together. And we hope, of course, to be able to do things together. Yes, I think there is as well, between the structures dealing artistically with the two projects, as on a more public authority level, there is a will of putting things together. Although the two things need their specific independence, of course.
And I think it is already clear that park design theme of this year is very much focusing on production and urban agriculture, biodiversity, as I think it's slightly a different topic than we are dealing with. But of course, if both things happen at the same time, they should reinforce.
Okay?
But that
Basta, basta? Ah, non.
Is the Broad Canal Zone playground, is it different, separated from the master plan of Alexander Schentzel, or is
There is a relationship, of course, but the Chemetov, we are not asking to work on a specific area. We are giving a big freedom. We hope that the focus will mainly be on the central part between Turentaxi, more or less, and Abattoir. But of course, the best projects are oftenly the projects which aren't respecting rules, and the best artists are artists who are having the ability to draw behind or beyond the lines and things like that. So I think that's the answer. The interaction is more on a political level, or possibly on a political level.
behind what? Behind what? Behind the master plan or the? Oh.
There aren't any politics behind us. We are completely independent. Completely.
No, that's true.
This is true.
It's our.
There isn't any political authority asking to do this. It's just the opposite. We're doing this because we feel the need to do this. And we are convincing them to give us money to do it, but on our own conditions, not on their conditions, on our conditions. And that's a rule which is very clear. We want to play with them, not in the opposite side. Okay. Thanks a lot. Yes, almost empty. No.